Recently, my sister was admitted to the hospital with pneumonia. A couple years ago, she had the same thing and we had almost lost her. So initially, my first response was, okay, I'm right after work, I'm headed and I'm going to the hospital. Not because I was afraid or concerned, but because I wanted the spirit of faith to be in that room. And we weren't dying today. That was my thoughts. And so right when I got to the hospital, I wanted to make sure that everybody was in faith, that my mom and my sister were on the same pages, and wanted to make sure that the nurses' staff was good and everything was good to go. And so when I got there, it was actually word study at my local church, and so I pulled up the computer and we watched it online with my sister Chelsea in the room. And they were singing during worship a song about the breath of God in our lungs, which was no coincidence because that wasn't planned. So Pastor Rebecca was praying for people with pneumonia because it had been going around, not knowing that my sister was in the hospital for that. And so in that moment, I just laid my hand on Chelsea, and that same anointing came into the room and healed her. I've never felt the Spirit of God always move tangibly like that, and in an instant, in the same moment, seeing on the screen her oxygen levels go up to 99. Her oxygen levels hadn't been that high since she'd gotten in there, and that was the goal, is for her oxygen levels to go up so that she could go home. And so that was a miracle that happened. God came and healed my sister. She didn't end up staying in the hospital. It didn't end up being a thing where she had to be intubated and put on life support. She was healed right then and there. And yes, it's important to be in your local church, but it was cool that God still moves. That same Spirit still moves no matter where you're at. And that's my story about how God healed my sister.